What's going on, everybody? My name is Marcus. Welcome back to another live stream. Hopefully, everybody's doing well. Hopefully, you guys are having a good day. Appreciate you guys that are already here. Mr. X in the building. What's going on, bro? How you doing? Got Matthew. What's going on, Brody? Miss Lachey. Good evening, Marcus in chat. And Miss Lachey saying, "What's up to Matthew?" Hopefully, everybody's doing good today. Today's the Tuesday live stream. Been back to being able to do this couple of weeks now. I did forget to put this in Instagram, so probably not going to be a lot of people show up, but hey, it's all good. I'm still here. So how's sales going for everybody today? So far, the last few days, well, the last week and a half-ish, or so to speak, probably 2 weeks. I think I've been doing 5 a day. And that's simply because I haven't had the chance to go to the bins to buy more inventory. But listing 5 a day, I'm still selling way more than that. Today, so far, I'm at 12 orders going out. So still pretty pleased with the amount of sales coming from that. And my sales are up pretty much, honestly. So I'm very grateful. Heaven Sent says, "Hey, bro, watching while I work, sales are going uphill for me. I have lots of golf stuff in my store." Hey, that's the perfect stuff to be having right now because it's about to be that season. And I don't know about y'all, where y'all at, but it's hot here today. So it's about that time. So Wayne, I was at the thrift store today, which I don't do all that. I don't do that very often, but they didn't have any winter stuff there at the thrift stores that I went to. What's up, Billy? How you doing? What's up, bro? Hope all is well with you. Same with you. So Marie says, "Hey, Marcus, what's going on, Marie?" Like I was saying though, I did get donated some stuff yesterday, or the day before yesterday, rather, from my church. Somebody dropped off some donations to our church, and we don't do that there. So instead of taking it to the thrift store, my buddy gave it to me. There wasn't nothing in there though. I kept like a pair of Lucky Brand jeans and a pair of Nike shorts. So not a lot of good stuff in there. So I just dropped it off at the thrift today myself. Heather says, "Hi everyone. It was 80 here, 80 here yesterday, and right now the wind chill is 4. Well, it's supposed to be getting cold here tomorrow. So I don't know how it does that. It's hot one day and cold the next, but that's that good old Midwestern weather. I just sold something. Bonobos pants for $33. Let's go. I'll take it. So now I'm at 13 sales for the day. So like I said, I've been listing 5 a day just because that's what I had laying around and in my draft bank. So dividing those up to be able to stay active every day came to about $5. Or $5, 5 items a day. So I'm still surprised, man, because there's days where I'm selling over 20 items a day still, like I'm still listing 20. So thankful for that. Have you ever looked into the formula to determine how many items need to be in your store to know how many to sell a day? Yeah, that's how I started doing 90 items a day. The theory was that I had, by that formula, I had to have 14,000 items in my store to sell 50 a day. So I started listing like crazy. Come to find out that that's just not what I want to do. And you can beat the system if you have good items, and you know there are items that are in demand and high sell through at good prices. You can do it with less than the amount of items that's in that formula. Yeah, we're running $1 an item for women's winter right now. Yeah, that's probably going to be all gone. Yeah, I went to the Cape location today. I didn't see anything worth buying. Not for Teen Challenge prices. I did see one pair of American Eagle jeans I considered buying. They were $8, so not too bad. But I think they were like a 29, something like that in the waist. So I didn't even buy them because I can get those at the bins for $2. So I just decided not to buy them. Yeah, but Billy, with that formula, the thing is, man, is like for me, like I was saying, at the time when I did this formula, I was at around 3,000 items. So for me to go from 3,000 items to 14,000 items in a year, that was a grind. And so I just didn't end up, that's how I ended up doing the 90 a day, and I didn't really enjoy it. So you gotta do what you gotta do. But for me, it just wasn't it wasn't worth it. And now it would have been totally worth it if I had a good plug, or like, all quality inventory that was selling and making me a boatload of cash. But my ASP for the bulk of the year last year was $5.13. Not my ASP, but my average profit. Like, actually what I made off of each item was like $5.13 on average. That's not good, man. So I was just like, you know what? Rather than me continuing to do this, I'm gonna just focus on picking up items that sell for more money, and then I don't have to sell 50 of them a day. Jay said it's amazing. Went through all old listings this weekend, updated title structure and pricing. Sales skyrocketed the past few days. Yeah, that happens when you go in there and make a bunch of changes. The bad thing is that never lasts, right? So you'll get some results, and I'm definitely tipping my hat to you. I'm glad you got some results. But it's like with me when I put my store on 30% off offers on Poshmark. I had stupid crazy sales the first 2 days, and then the third day it just kind of tapered off. Now I haven't had a sell on Poshmark in 2 days. So they're all good things end, you know what I mean? So you just gotta keep rocking with eBay because that's where the good money is. Sounds like it's about to be a tornado outside, man. Billy says I have about 20% monthly sell-through rate and need to have 3,000 items to sell 600 a month at an average profit of $10 to $12. 600 items in a month. That's that's possible with that percent of a sell-through, but um the thing that I've come to find out is the more items that I listed, even if they were good items, don't get me wrong, they're still going to sell. But even with good items, it feels like I ended up flooding and saturating my store, so my sell through went down. On average, like I was selling 3% of my store a week, um, at 8,000 to 9,000 items, right? And so at a smaller store size, I was doing much better. But if you can keep the consistency of the items, that's where the yeah, I saw the or I heard the wind blowing real hard out there. But that's where you make your money at when you grow your store. You got to keep the same type of quality of items. Does vacation mode hurt sales after coming back online? Should I build up drafts and list while I'm away to show activity in my store? That's what I would do if I were you. I've done both. I've turned my store off on vacation mode, and I've extended my handling time. And I don't think that one was better than the other because the vacation time was actually I was gone for 9 days. While I was on time away, I was only gone the weekend, so I really couldn't specify which one was better. But I would definitely build up draft banks or drafts in my draft bank, so no matter what you did, you could still be listing in your store every day. I'm listing 50 a day, selling 30 a day, but I think by summer I should reach reseller nirvana. You're right, it's a grind though. Yeah. When I was doing 50 a day, it wasn't as bad as doing 90 a day, right? 50 listings a day, I can do that. I can do that easily. I would much rather do like because right now when I do work, I do 40 sets of photos, and I can knock that out in about an hour and 15 minutes. To add 10 more to that, you know what I mean? That's what, an hour and a half. I can be done with my photos for 50 listings, and then I send them off to my lister. I don't even do the listings no more. So, that would be super attainable for me now. Now it's just finding enough good items to where I want to keep myself, not my sell through, but my ASP high enough. Um, Absolutely. I have been luckily been able to keep the same quality. I don't really steer outside of my brains. There you go. Marcus, are you like my dad? He would never admit but was afraid. No, I'm not afraid of thunderstorms. I love the rain and I love the thunder. I sleep like a baby in it. Did you ever get your store put back in order after all that auction fiasco? Yeah, I did. Um, it was it was really what it was I had like a few hundred items that had sold on Poshmark and stuff like that sitting in my unlisted section on eBay. And what I needed to do, which I wasn't aware of, because I've never run auctions before, you know what I mean? So I wasn't aware of what was going to happen when the auctions ended. I'm thinking in my head, okay, I turn these auctions listings into auctions. They'll just go back to buy it now when they're done. Well, that didn't happen, and that's what I get for just assuming something. But if you don't have any experience with something, how are you supposed to know? So when they ended, they just went into my unsold folder, and I'm just moving too fast because I had to get out of the house and get to my warehouse, and I just relisted all of them, and I was like, oh man, I just messed up, and I realized it as soon as I did it. And so what I was able to do was just go back in and check by the date that I listed all the items, and just ended all the ones that had definitely had sold already, and then all the ones that had relisted that I needed that were going to be buy now or auction, because I did put a bunch back on auction. I just was able to go in there and fix that by checking Poshmark and seeing what it sold over there and what it sold on Macari. That was the quickest way for me to fix it. The 600 a month comes out to 20 a day listing and 20 a day sold. Yeah, it's a pretty sweet spot to be at with 20 a day sold. Um, Me too. I sleep to a thunderstorm soundtrack since I don't have a sound machine. I sleep to a fan on high. A lister sounds great. I'm trying to see how much I could do as one person show first though, but I'm not opposed to hiring people when I max myself out. Yeah, if you're doing 90 a day, bro, you'll get tired of that real quick. 50 is still attainable. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that you don't get tired of doing 50, but I know it at doing 90, then dropping down to doing 50, that was like this is a breeze. You know what I mean? But even then I dropped it down to 30. Then from 30, I'm down to 20. I know some people don't feel like they can get ahead. Something that's been helping me is being a couple days ahead of photos. Yeah, that definitely helps. The photos, that's it's a necessary evil to getting your items up for sale, right? Um, a lot of people, they really can't stand taking photos. A lot of people can't stand listing. If I had one choice of what I would pass off the photos and I would do the listing. But in order to pay somebody to do the photos, I got to pay them actual Missouri minimum wage at least, which that sucks. So I just pay them $20 an hour, and then they move really, really, really slowly. So yeah, man, it just listing was the process that I had to hire out. What's up, Andy? What's up, bearded PokeTuber? 90 seems miserable, to be honest. It was very miserable. Um, I don't know how Tech did 125 a day. He said he was miserable too. But you just gotta do what you gotta do. What size bags do you use to store your inventory? So I use two different sizes. I use a 10 by 13 for like jeans and t-shirts and shorts and things like that. And then I use a 12 by 15 for hoodies that don't fit in the 10 by 13. Because I try to fit everything in the 10 by 13. I buy 1,000 of those at a time, and I buy 200 12 by 15s at a time. I'm doing my best to fit everything in the 10 by 13. But if it's something like a 3X hoodie or something that just ain't gonna fit in there, I'll put it in a 12 by 15 bag. Or if it's like some 38 by 30 jeans that ain't gonna fit in a 10 by 13, I'll put them in a 12 by 15 as well. I would pass off the sourcing too, bro. I don't get a lot of joy out of sourcing. Like a lot of people are like, I love sourcing. I used to. I don't anymore. Heather says, build up the draft bank. I finally got consistent with it, and I list for my draft bank every day. It's a game changer. Definitely makes it a lot easier. I do 10 to 15 a day, but I have a smaller size store with 100% 90-day sell through. That's the best place to be at, bro. What's up, Hillary? Hillary, how you doing? Long time no see. Yeah. Hopefully you've been doing well. Made another sell. Let's see what I'm at now. I'm at bro, my computer's so slow. I'm at 348 for the day. I got 15 items going out. I'll take it, man. That's 10 extra items of what I listed. So let's try and get this. I did have I did have quite a few offers today, but they've been all stupid offers, like a $3 offer on a $15 t-shirt, like stupid stuff like that. At the bins, Matt helped manifest a $200 book for me. Nice. Did the auctions affect your SKU system? No. As far as like the numbers being on the items, I can still find them. As far as like the items getting relisted, yeah, they're all out of whack. Um, because the new listing date isn't the same. But uh I just know that anything listed on February 23rd is not going to be, if it comes up to where I can't find a February 23rd item, I'm just going to refund the buyer and move on. I started sourcing some of Whatnot. How's that going? And if you guys don't follow me on Whatnot, follow me on Whatnot. I need like 65 more followers or 55 more followers before I do a show. What's up, Nita? Got you, Andy. I just found an $80, $80 to $100 pop-up book a few days ago. You can do it. Sweet. You still talking to Josh? How he's doing? How's he doing? Josh Galt? I haven't talked to him since last week. I would assume he's doing good. The quitting the full-time eBay was kind of a necessary evil. You know what I mean? He had braces he had to come up with and some other stuff like that that he had to come up with a bunch of cash immediately. And rather than play the waiting game with eBay, he went back to work where he got instant health coverage that covers his kids' braces right off the flip. It's like $1,400 or $14,000, I mean, or something like that for braces for two kids or something, I think. I can't really say for certainty because I was listening but not listening. So I mean, when you gotta do what you gotta do, you just gotta do it. Ray did a hat show and Whatnot the other day. Yeah, someone from my Patreon was telling me to do hats. A person that used to be in the Patreon was telling me to do some hats on there. It's not it's not too bad. I find low shows who start at $1 to $3 starts. Okay. Marcus, you've been selling or Whatnot. I've been approved for a while now, but I haven't really been putting any effort into it until here recently because if I could just not list any inventory, not have to buy anything that doesn't sell, I'll post up into Goodwill bins and do like Chris from Flip the World does and just sell all my stuff straight out of the bins. Why list if I don't have to? You know what I mean? It's nice to get a day or two's worth of inventory delivered to your house. Yeah. How many are you doing a day? 20 a day? You're getting that much inventory listed or delivered to your house? That's not bad. What are you paying for shipping on a load like that? Does it make it not worth it? That's my thing. Everything that I've been like looking at, whenever it comes down to me buying it and getting it shipped to me, it eats up all the profit. When you got to do what you got to do, you just got to do it. Yep. 100%. I'm um I'm trying to get real good at finding inventory that people are sleeping on online, but the more competition there is out there, man, I guess people are doing it too because I can't find half the good stuff that I used to be able to snipe off of eBay and stuff. It's up to $8 for 5 pounds, so you're just buying it off from one person and then just getting it shipped. So that's not bad. That's what I need to do then. So I can get me some good quality items with high ASP. I find a good enough amount of stuff at the bins, but I just can't find as much as I would like to find. And that's what the problem was when I was doing 50 a day, doing 90 drafts. I would have to buy a bunch of random crap that I didn't really want to pick up, but I knew it would eventually sell. I wasn't worried about fast sell through or nothing like that, just worried about getting as much as I could. You ever think of moving to everything selling? No, I niched down from everything selling to clothing. Yo, bro, it's Michael. Did you ever get your store issue fixed? Just got in here. Yeah, I did. Thank you. Thanks for checking. I got everything fixed within like, I don't know, like 35 hours, 36 hours, something like that. I stayed up late that night doing it, and then I woke up early the next morning and got it finished. So appreciate all the support and questions, and a lot of people gave me a lot of suggestions. Most of them were turn my store on vacation mode, which was, I understand why people would think that would be a good idea, but that's absolutely ludicrous. I'm never going to turn my store on vacation mode. I'll just take the hit. I I personally can't turn my store off and just not have sales come in. I can turn my store on vacation mode and still accept sales, but I can't just turn the machine off. I have to make a certain amount of money every day, and that was the majority of the suggestion was turn your store off, don't allow any sales. Not at all. What's up, Bobby? How you doing? whatnot is a certain crowd for sure. That's my thing though, man. I don't think I'm gonna dig the crowd, right? I'm gonna have to just bring in my own type of peeps, you know what I mean, and try and find my tribe. But that's the thing that I got out of making like YouTube sneaker content because I just wasn't feeling the vibe of it. Like it's a lot of young dude. Man, I'm 40, man. Like I don't speak like that. I don't act like that. I don't condone a lot of the stuff they do. And so like I would be in whatnot shows and I'm like, man, this is garbage, dude. I'm getting out of here. Everybody's disrespectful to each other. Everybody's cussing at each other. Then they're cussing at the people that's in the live stream. Like you cussing at the people you want to sell stuff to. And you got the nerve to get mad at somebody. Like that's not the type of crowd I'm trying to rock with. If you get a lot of knowledge of one category on eBay, like specialist knowledge, then you can snipe stuff. There's not a shortage of stuff to snipe. Just got to know the true value of an item. Yeah, that's definitely the truth. But what I'm saying is the things that I'm looking for, I'm not finding as much as I used to be finding. Probably because I talked about it on YouTube and now a lot of people are doing it. But that's just a price to pay, man. You know. I'm gonna miss Josh's lives, man. They were always lit. He was a character. Yeah, he provided a lot of information, a lot of insight, a lot of value that came from why he was doing what he was doing and what was working and what wasn't. I like that type of information. I like to know what people are doing that's actually working for them. I could care less about what items you're selling. I can care less about what you're picking up. Like Josh was not selling anything that I was selling. Maybe the occasional t-shirt now and then, but he was selling like, arts art stuff art what's the stuff that I'm thinking of, antiques and things like that, statues, paintings, things like that. I'm not interested in that at all, but I'm interested in the way he's running his business. I try to have a sell and whatnot, but there's only a little There's only a little content for people that buy storage unit stuff. See, that's whatnot reached out to me and was like, "Hey, we think you'd be great for our storage unit category." And I was like, "You guys obviously don't watch my content. I've never had a storage unit video ever. Like, what makes them think that I would be great for that category?" Let's see. I feel like it's the Y2K crowd for the most part. Yeah, I would think so. Nikki, stop giving me money. You're too kind. And um thanks for all you do on here for everyone. You're welcome, guys. I just do this to try and provide value. Um, it's the least I could do. You know what I mean? I've been documenting my journey for 4 years now. And I was listening to a text video this morning where he was saying, document your journey, take pictures of stuff. You know what I mean? Because he said that he found a lot of pictures and stuff from his back in the day, and it brought a lot of memories up that he forgot. So just imagine if you guys are not documenting your journey, even if you're not doing it for YouTube purposes. You know what I mean? If you're documenting your journey, you can remember so much stuff. You know, the way that you made this mistake or the way that you did this and it worked for you. Because like people ask me all the time, "Hey, how about this?" or "What about that?" And I'm like, I don't know. I have to go back and I have to look at one of the videos because I literally documented the whole journey from when I started selling to where I'm at now. And it's all out there for everyone to see from every stage of the journey, from when I went from selling 5 to listing 90 a day. All that was documented. And so I think what he said really resonated well with me. Even though I do know that the conglomerate of us all that are making reselling YouTube content has saturated the game. It definitely made it a lot more harder to sell stuff online, but at the end of the day, as long as you got the knowledge and you know what to pick up, you know how to list it right, you're going to sell some stuff. You know, that's just all there is to it. But we got to wait for the economy to also level out to where people got a little bit more money to spend. But if you can make it right now on eBay, you're doing great. Wait till the money starts flowing in. Then see how great you're going to be doing then. Because if you're surviving when people don't have money to spend, you're going to do incredible when they got money to blow. Let's see. I feel like it's the Y2K crowd for the most part. I think so too. Um, hey man, haven't seen Smoking Channel. yelling and crying that they didn't get what they wanted for their sneaker, like you didn't see it for $1 at all. Yeah, that's why I'm not even into it. Red, you got to send me your address so I can send you those boots. Uh, email me marcusdixon2016 at gmail.com. You know that Books No Home Guy did 1K last month, 1K profit. Is that good? That guy's blown up on YouTube though. Nikki's the best. Listing only 10 a day since I'm full time at a job. Great side income. Keep up the good work, bro. You can make a lot of great money as a side hustle on eBay. Definitely, it's okay. So let's just use me for an example right now. If this was what I was doing full time, which I'm not doing. I haven't done eBay full time in 4 or 5 months. Um, I'm making pretty great money just working 3 days a week on eBay. Right now, imagine if I went back to doing it 7 days a week, all day, all day again, like I was, I'd be killing it. You know what I mean? But for me to be doing as well as I am, doing minimal amounts of work on eBay, I feel like I'm getting pretty great results. Just pretty much just as good as it was when I was doing 90 a day. So you can get pretty fantastic results with a side income. It's mostly Carhartt, Harley, Camo, Vintage, and Y2K that does the best. Where on Whatnot or just in general right now? Broski, are you calculated shipping or flat? I do a flat rate shipping, $8.95. Like our brands we put on eBay don't do the best on Whatnot unless you have an active following. Okay. I was kind of thinking about hats and graphic tees on Whatnot. What's your best find at the bins? Thanks for all you do. Well, my best find at the bins so far was a dog pound vintage wrap tee, but I still have it, so it may not be my best find. But I find things like camouflage and stuff at the bins all the time that sell for pretty good money. I found an Ironheart flannel button up motorcycle jacket that sold for like $400. That was pretty good. Um, Stuff like that. What's up, man? How you doing? Whatnot rarely hits their target. Well, I think it'll be all right. If I can cultivate the right type of buyer to come around, I may be able to do okay there. I think tax refunds are coming now, are they? They might be. I've already filed my taxes, so if I've already done mine, somebody else has already done theirs. You did? At midnight that night. Okay, I'm gonna have to check again. Patience is the key in this too. Yeah, 100%. Patience is the key with everything in life, ain't it? So if you're going to put some listings up, that's the thing about consignment. People think it's going to sell immediately, and that's the thing about new resellers. They get on eBay and they're like, "Oh, I'm going to put this stuff up and I'm going to get rich quick." But it doesn't happen like that. You got to build your store up. You got to, learn a few lessons or two. You got to deal with all the scam offers out there, things like that. You got to learn how to do a return. You know what I mean? Just a lot of stuff that comes with just getting your roots set in the game. And once you've been in for a couple of years, then you got a store size that's built up that you can afford to just change your total business structure in the middle of, Q4, like I did. That was a ballsy move. You know what I mean? And I made it right through it. But I probably wouldn't have been able to do that with a 1,000 item store unless it was really, really quality items, which as a lot of people know, my store wasn't filled with really, really quality items last year. Like I've been much more focused on the last 4 or 5 months of picking up nothing but good stuff, more than I ever been since probably since I got started. When I first got started, that's all I was putting in there was quality items. Lurking, how is everyone? What's up, Bearded Picker? We're doing pretty great. He asked for a new iPhone the other day. Books no home. What do you mean? He asked people to give him money for an iPhone? What do you mean? I don't watch that guy's videos, so I'm not really sure what you're talking about, Red. Did he ask like the subscribers to buy him an iPhone or donate money for it or something? I would say that I would say if that's what he made in profit, 1K, I would say that's holy cow, that's great for a book. Well, probably not off one book. He's got a whole storage unit full of them. Beard did whatnot for a minute. Did you like it, Bearded Picker? You can absolutely make it on whatnot from the bins. Yeah, I know. Chris from Flip the World's killing it on whatnot. Somebody, Hillary. Thank you for following me, Hillary. The bee's knees. Dang it, StreamYard. StreamYard just took some money from me. Those guys. Those bastards. I did three auctions on whatnot. Did you like it? McQueen pink skull scarf. What is that? That's your best item from the bins? I've never heard. Well, like Alexander McQueen. Do you look in spam box for my email? I've got several emails. I'm not sure which one I emailed you from, so I'll have to check. Found a plain white polo used, slightly yellow stains on the armpit, sold less than a week. That's pretty good. Beard is on here now, Dixon. He did whatnot. Compound effect. Yeah. You did 35 whatnot shows, Red. How'd it go for you? Did you like it? That's an amazing item. Speaking of skulls, I got a skull cashmere sweater today. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Heather's got some really, really great thrifts up there in Iowa, right? Or is it Idaho? I know it starts with an I. Whatnot is the dollar place. You have to have a huge following. Yes, he did. So he asked and he received. 3 people offered an Android and he refused. Must have iPhone. I told him just ask for a Cadillac. That's a pretty, I mean, hey, that's a pretty ballsy move for someone that's just started taking off. I don't like you guys shopping with me, no less talking about some asking you guys to donate me an iPhone, you know. But hey, you don't know till you ask, you know what I mean? You don't know till you ask. He had less than 500 subs, tried everything. Oh, you had less than 500 subs and tried everything. I live in Iowa, but I thrift almost everything in Omaha, Nebraska. You do say that in the intro of all your videos too, so I don't know. I don't know why I didn't think of that. So, well, guys, you know, I need $100,000. You guys want to give me $100,000? No, I'm playing. Don't give me no money, guys. Nikki, she gave me freaking $20. She knows better than that. She's too kind. But I definitely I think the best part about whatnot is that you can at least, if you're doing it like Chris from Flip the World, just buying all your stuff in the bins, you don't ever have to buy anything that won't sell. 100% sell through. It's already paid for. You know what I mean? Easier for me to send items to a local auction every week rather than whatnot. I sell 60 to 75 items at the auction every week. And you probably make more money off there than you were on whatnot. So I'm just trying to build up some following to where I don't have to go out and list items anymore. If I could get it to where I could just hold items up and sell it, that'd be great. I'll never be like Harry Tornado to where I can to where I can make $35 off of like a used Walmart t-shirt. But more props to Josh, my spidey senses go up when people start asking for stuff off the rip. Yeah. And I'm not going to say anything bad about the guy because I don't know him, but hopefully instead of being homeless for quite some time, I don't know how long he's been homeless for, but hopefully he'll be able to use his money to get himself a place to live soon. I've been homeless before, man. That's not the move. I definitely didn't enjoy it, but what I do know is I wish I knew about eBay when I was homeless. I wouldn't have been homeless as long as I was. Would you try Daily Refinement's fire sale method? I've been thinking about it, but I'm not really hurting for cash, so I don't know. I don't know what his fire sale method is. I stopped watching his videos a long time ago. I just don't relate to what he's talking about anymore. So maybe if he's saying it, there's got to be some type of method behind it, because I know what I was listening to when he was talking about it when he was on eBay. He sold a lot of good, or he had a lot of good methods. But the thing with him is everything to fire sell your items, everything that he talks about is to pretty much make your item cheaper. So you can do that without. I don't know what his method is, but all I'm sure is it's making that item cheaper. So if you want to just go in your store, pick all the items that you've had for the longest, and maybe even week by week, just drop the price on it till that stuff sells. It'll work. If it gets bad enough, drop the price every day till it sells out. If you're not hurting for cash though, I wouldn't do it. What's the next move? What's the next move though? eBay can't be it. No, it's definitely not. My really guys, my heart is for furthering the kingdom of God. That's what my next move is. Something with leading people to Christ, whether that's becoming a preacher or a speaker or something. It's going to be surrounding leading people to Jesus. That's what my sole focus is in life. It's going to be leading people to Christ. Can I mail ground advantage in a priority mailbox? Nope. If it's going to be ground advantage, it's got to go in an unmarked package. So you can use like an eBay box, but if it's got priority on it anywhere, you can't do that. No, no, what? No, listen. I don't know what I said to him for you to say no to, Red. What the heck? Oh, my neighbor's outside moving trash around. No priority box can only be used for priority mail shipping. And then so like if you choose priority mail as an option, you can't downgrade either. So you can't go from priority and then change it to ground advantage because it's going to arrive later than what the buyer has been told by eBay. You'll get a late arrival. Amen. Go Nuts says amen. Well, your religious channel is fantastic. It's doing pretty good. Reverend Pickens, hey. I don't know about that, man. Um, I was talking to a guy wanting to ship in oh, okay, good deal. Thank you, Red. Yeah, man. I think the channel is going good. The other channel, there, if you guys don't know, I have a Christian channel. It's called Christ Alone. Um, and I think I made like 5,600 subs in like 3.5 months. So it's growing. The views on the shorts go crazy. The views on the long form content don't do all that great yet. But that channel has already outperformed Dixon's Pickens. Like I've gotten videos over 1,000 views. It took me a long time to get. It took me over 2 years to get a video that had over 1,000 views on Dixon's Pickens. It took me almost 2.5 years to get a video to do over 1,000 views. And I've got a video on that channel that's done 23,000 views in 3.5 months. So the video I put out 2 days ago was at 2.3 thousand views. So it's grown. It's just gotta find its tribe. Nikki said it's my tithe. I mean, that's fair enough. I can't stand in the way of you doing that. There is a Reverend resale. Oh, really? That's awesome. Um, your other channel is going great, growing fast, and it's really encouraging to listen to. Thanks, Heather. I appreciate your support and you sharing it on your Instagram too. Every time I watch that channel, I get a cha-ching. It's so weird. Hey, that's good. God wants to bless you. He's blessing your support. Make sure I hit that thumbs up to get sales going. Yeah, if you do that too, you'll definitely make sales. I've been over here selling some stuff, man. I'm surprised. My phone's just doing its thing. I do have a couple of items that's selling on auction. I'm just thankful to see those things go. So far, I'm at $373. So I don't know what I started this live stream out at, but it was like 250-ish, I think. So it's going pretty decently. Send some more offers real quick. I don't make videos anymore, but I have a year-old video gained 200 likes and 10,000 views within the last week, and I gained 200 subs this week. Haha. What if you, bro? I don't know if you're monetized, but what if that video got you monetized? Like that's crazy. All it takes is one. I saw what's his name? Resell Dojo. He said his channel got demonetized because he hadn't put any content out in like 2 years. So, content isn't for everybody. Reseller Tom, the other coach in our in the Patreon, he said he doesn't put content out anymore either. It's just really, and I know this may sound selfish, but he said it's making things difficult for him. He lives in a competitive city already, and there's already enough competition without putting out content about where you source at. And I know for me in the bins, like my channel's small, guys, and a lady sold her house and moved to where I source at. She moved close enough to go sourcing where I source at because of my channel and James, my boy in reseller life, and we're just two dudes. You know what I mean? So you know, imagine there's and Ray makes Ben's content at the same Ben's. You know what I mean? So we definitely do make content that I'm not going to say it penalizes us, but it definitely creates more competition for ourselves. When it comes down to it, no, it doesn't matter how big of a channel you are. Beard, how did you like Bitter Picker? How did you like Whatnot? He said he would rather just give his stuff to the auction house. Christ Alone channel is amazing, guys. Go sub. Appreciate it, Nikki. Travis, what's going on, man? Yo, caught a live. Marcus, can you make a shout out to my wife? We are packing shipments at the warehouse. Her name is Alejandra. She is gonna freak when you say, hey. Thanks, brother. God bless. Alejandra, big shout out to you from Travis and from me. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Got a lot of orders to be packed up. Make that money. Happy you got a car, bro. So let me tell you about this car, guys. I drove all the way to Springfield yesterday and back, which is it's like a 4-hour drive for me. And I got halfway and I stopped to use the bathroom. And I got back in the car and I went to go put the car. I don't know if I didn't have it all the way in gear, but I went to put my foot on the gas and it didn't do anything. It just sat there. And I'm like, man, if I bought another lemon, dude. But I turned it off and restarted it and it drove the rest of the way there and drove me back home. So I guess I drove twice as far as I would for the Benz, so I guess it's Benz ready. So I'll be going to the Benz next week. It's a '01 Impala with 186,000 miles on it. So it's 23 years old, man. It's like half of my age. Whatnot is a time issue for me. I already have Amazon, eBay, local auction, and YouTube. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. And that's why I haven't really got into it since I've been approved. It's because I just don't have the time to be taking on something else. Even though I only do eBay 3 days a week, I don't have time for anything else in my life. And if I change one thing, it throws off the whole week. If I have a doctor's appointment come up tomorrow, it's going to throw my whole week off. Like it just messes everything up, which was the reason why I wasn't going live for a couple of weeks there because it got messed up. Dude, you need a sub 6 cylinder SUV. Yeah, I do. I definitely do. But I had to take what I could get at the time being. I tried to get I looked at a couple of SUVs. The one I drove was a straight bucket. I was like, I'm not buying this, man. Just I wasn't. And I only had my rental car for another week, so I kind of had to take what I could get. But I still own an SUV. I just got to buy a new engine for it. So in the meantime, while I'm trying to find an engine, just gonna sit there. It's a Kia 2014 Kia Sonata or Sorento. I said Kia Sonata. That's a Hyundai. But yeah, I own it, so I just gotta wait for me to find an engine. Brett says, "Hello, my brother in Christ. What's up, big dog? How you doing, man? I don't feel like I've seen you in about 2 or 3 months, man. Glad to hear that you got a car. Thank you, everybody that you know, just prayed and things like that and wished me good luck on the car and was thankful that I stayed alive. I appreciate it, guys. This is the second car that I've crashed in total since I've had this channel. The first time I was on my way to the Benz too. I did have some trolls saying something about I haven't learned a lesson because I've done this before with crashing a car. The first time I crashed a car, I wasn't on my phone. It was just snow on the ground and I slid. This time it was all my fault. I was looking at my phone. Shouldn't have been looking at my phone. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I'm just glad to be alive. That's how God's got my back, man. Because I was doing something I shouldn't have been doing. And by like being on my phone, I don't mean. And then this is the thing. I was typing something about God too. So I think that's probably another reason why I was able to be alive. Because what I was doing was at least honoring the Lord, no matter how stupid it was. George's best. What's going on, man? How you doing? Be a minute and just grinding and taking. I guess you didn't finish the whole sentence, but yeah, as long as you taking care of the fam, there you go. That's what's up, man. Get the new car blessed or something so it doesn't end up cursed again. Yeah, man. A lot of people are like, "What's going on with you in these cars, man?" So the person I bought the car from was a pastor. So hopefully it's blessed. We'll see. Only time will tell. Um, Hopefully, you guys are not having the same type of issues that I'm having to. So there's got to be some type of incredible blessing around the corner, man. A dude that isn't even, devoutly like, you know, Christian was like, man, you got to have some huge blessing getting ready to come for all the hardships you're having right now. And at the end of the day, man, life might get difficult. And this for people that don't believe either, life might get difficult, but in a season, you got to face some adversity to be sharpened your character. Just hard times always gives you a little bit of polish, a little bit of grit to be able to handle things like that again. Josh, what's going on, man? People were just asking about you. So as you go through these hard seasons, man, it just forms you into a more better version of yourself that can handle these things like it ain't nothing the next time around. Uh, had a little more had a little more sales the last 2 weeks. That's good. I know this last week in general was pretty good for me. Josh, so how's it going? Um, Going back to the old 9 to 5. And do you miss eBay? Do you miss full-time eBay? Locked my keys in the truck tonight. Glad to have good friends. Harlan took me to get my other keys. There you go. I gotta give someone a spare key of mine because the other day I locked myself out of my house. I had to break in my house, just moving too fast. Normally I have this like thing that I check because when I was in rehab, when I was in drug rehab in the facility, they made you clip a pin to your collar, they made you clip your ID to your chest, um, and then you had to tuck your shirt in, and they called that TC tight. That was the name for it. And if you didn't do that before you left your bay, like the cell that you were in, you got wrote up. And so every day I would check my pen, I would check for my ID, and I would check to make sure my shirt was tucked in. And that's symbolizing to make sure that you have your wallet, you have your keys, and you have your phone. And that way you would never leave the house unprepared. And so normally I stop at my front door. I'll lock the door, I'll check that, make sure I have my keys, my phone, and my wallet. And this time I didn't check, and lo and behold, I left my keys sitting on my desk. So had to break into the crib. But that treatment taught me a few things, man. Whoa, beard, what a bummer. Yeah, hopefully your friend didn't have you waiting too long. I'm still keeping up with my listing goals. eBay is the same. I miss the YouTube crowd though. Yeah, we miss you too, bro. I use a clip and hang my keys on my waist all the time. My dad used to do that. I would be in full remembrance mode of my dad if I did that, and I would feel like extra. I would feel like a CO in a prison. I lost my wallet the night before my Disney trip. Somehow got on the flight without an ID, praying a ton my wallet would be found. My son was shipping for me, and it was in one of my storage bins. Let's go. That's what's up. No coincidence there. I happened to make a sell, and it was in the one bin out of over 50. He mailed it to me and had no issues on the way back home. I'm surprised you were able to get on a plane. Would you just use your passport? Um, that's good though. That's God right there. God had your back, Heather. Heather, God is good. Yes, he is. Absolutely. What's going on, Amy? It's a sailor mode or you will lose your keys in water. Okay, I could see that. I could definitely see that. I was eating dinner with Harlan, so no wait. He took 20 minutes out of his plans to help. That's what's up. That's a good friend right there, man. Got to have some good people around you. I haven't had the best of luck with like good friends, good quality friends. I've had a bunch of yes men and like brown noses and like people using me in my life. So when I crashed my car this time around, I had so many people that were willing to help, and like I had two people that were willing to let me use cars. They're like, you can use this car until you find a car. And then I had this person's great or grandma that doesn't even know me willing to let me use their car. And that right there just really touched me because, you know, I don't live in a big city. I live in a country town. So for someone to be willing to let me use their car and they don't even know me, especially without even seeing me, that speaks volumes. So God's done a number in my life about redeeming me from the history that I have, being a piece of crap street dude to just having numerous amounts of people that I can call on whenever I have a need. It's humbling. I brought a piece of mail and my social security card, and our airport is small. I don't know if that would fly in a bigger airport. No pun intended. That is a pretty decent pun though. I ain't gonna front. Yeah, that wouldn't work at my airport. Not at all. St. Louis ain't going for that. Doing okay, getting ready for a double hip replacement. What? So no outside sourcing for me. A little bit nervous for my business, but I'll make it work. God's got my back. First of all, why are you having a double? I mean, it's probably none of my business, but you look fairly young, so I don't understand why you need a hip replacement. But here's the kicker, Amy. I'm 40 and I got hip problems, so I guess you're probably at that age too then. Trying to stockpile and do drafts. My twin brother's got hip problems too. His is worse than mine. He's got arthritis all in his hips. That's the best way to do it though. Stockpile and do drafts. You'll be all right. Everyone has trauma from the past. Strength is not letting the trauma define the person you are today. Yeah, that's been the biggest thing for me. Being able to let go of the past and not continue to identify as that person. Uh, it's been a process, man, because I know all the crappy stuff that I've done. Other people don't see it, but I was there when I did it. You know what I mean? So I still got a lot of regret. Bone on bone, I'm 54. You don't look 54. Congratulations. Winning. I'm glad you did have to. I'm glad I didn't either. Grandma probably got the spin up around 35 max. I think she had a pretty new car too, though. Osteoarthritis. Dang, that's tough. So hopefully your hip replacements last a long time. I prayed over this guy at this nursing home we went to. He was 81. He had a shoulder replacement and a hip replacement, and both of them had gone out. And he needed to get surgery done to either figure out if they weren't gonna replace it. He said he's 81 and uh they don't know if they're gonna like just let him be bedridden for the rest of his life or if they're just gonna leave it in the way it is. But he was overweight, so he needed to lose some weight. And he said, at 81, I don't even want to get the surgery because if I get the surgery, they're gonna move me from the nursing home he had been in for 7 years. He's like, oh, it'll be over with for me. So I think he's just gonna tough it out and just troop it out for his last of his years. Um, because man, at 81, man, you done lived a nice little life. Like, why go ahead and lay down and die if you don't have to? So I don't blame him for trying to stick around. Um, so yeah, guys, hopefully, if you guys got any questions, go ahead and leave them in the chat. Hopefully you guys have liked the video and made a sale from doing so. Let me check I've had some more people buy stuff on auction. Let's go. 99 cents in the bank. So out of that auctions that I ran, I put 400 items on auction. Actually it's more like 380. I sold 50 something items out of those 380 on auction. I sold about 30 items for the buy it now price on auction, which was $6 plus shipping. So all in all, after the auction was done on the 50 items, I still made, and this is at $1 an item, guys. I still made on 50 items, I still profited $300 on 99-cent auction. So I feel like that's a success on things that I sold 50 of for $1 and I still made $300 off it. I'd say that's a win. Most of that was shipping money. Because even though I charge for priority, I don't choose priority as the shipping method. I charge a priority price and then I can ship it however I want to. So most of them went ground advantage for like $4 to $6. So I just made a decent amount of money on shipping. Good luck with your surgery. Yeah, Amy, I don't know when you're going, but you're in the prayers. I just put 3,000 items on a 50% markdown sale. Let's go. Let's do it. I still got my store. So a lot of you guys know I haven't been running sales lately either. But in the last month or two, I've been running sales. I got I don't know how many items, 2,000 items, 4,000 items. I got 4,000 items on sale for 20% off. And then I got another, I don't know, 1,000 items or so on sale for maybe it's 30% off. I don't know. I would have to check the metrics, but I put a lot of items on sale just because I'm trying to move old inventory and get that stuff out of here. You made bad choices. You were not a piece of crap. Stop. No, I used to be. I 100% was a piece of crap. I knew it. I knew it. Geez, Josh, heartbreaking. Well, I don't know if it's heartbreaking as much as it might be the smartest thing for him to do right now. Um, 3,000 items might not have been the greatest 3,000 items to put in the store. I think Josh was in the same mode that I was in, where, he was trying to grow the store to a certain size. I was trying to grow my store to what he grew his to. I was going for 14,000 items. But when I got to 10,000 almost, I didn't even make it to 10,000. I got to like 9,000. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to continue to just flood crap into my store to reach 14,000 items, and I had already reached the point that I was trying to get to. I didn't sell 50 items a day every day, but I was at like 40, 45, 46 items a day at not even the 14,000 that the formula called for me to have to be able to sell 50 a day. So I was like, I don't have to do this to make 50 sales a day. And at the end of the day, I was like I said, it was $5.13 average net profit off those sales. So it wasn't the best decision. Where now is my average sale is like $12 an item. Average net is $12 an item. 10 to $12 an item. It just depends on how good of a week I have, or a good of a month I have. If I sell a lot of older inventory, it's going to be a lower one. If I sell a lot of newer inventory, it's going to be higher. I've heard that eBay throttles traffic. Have you heard of them sending negative buyer traffic? I've had an influx of scam returns. How new are you, Erica? If you're new, you might get a lot of scam returns. In my total eBay career, I've only been scammed 4 times on the return. Now I say that, but I just got a pair of vintage Abercrombie and Fitch pants returned to me. I didn't open the package yet, but no, they haven't returned. They haven't been mailed back yet. They're waiting on the buyer to ship. But I feel like they're not going to keep those types of buyers around on the platform long. If they're scammers and you report them, chances are they've done it to someone else. If they get a certain amount of that type of report on them, eBay blocks their account. But I I do hate that you're dealing with that. That's pretty crappy. The best thing you could do in this situation is try to not let it bother you. I know sometimes we lose a lot of money on some of those sales, but if you're not new, it'll stop eventually. I've only had 4 of those in the total time out of 17,000 items that I've sold. And I don't know if I've sold 17, might be more now. But the last time I checked, it was 17,000 items. Let me see. Let me see. It still says 17. So we're in between 17 and 18,000 sales in the last. I opened this account in 2021. So 4 scam sales, 4 scam returns, I mean. So it's the rarity. Don't let it get you down. Yeah, Josh says not heartbreaking at all. Everything is rocking. That crap is picked over. It's all from years ago. It needs to go. I heard that, man. That's what I got going on in my store. I looked in my store and I sorted from oldest to newest, and I got items that's been in my store for 2 years and 7 months. That's what's on sale, like for a lot of money off. I got to get that out of here. Uh, I saw that. I say that about myself before Christ too. I was also a piece of crap. I just can't see that though, Heather. Uh, but that's the glory of God though. For me to know who you are now, I can't see a crappy bone in your body. But people probably say that about me. I know my pastor's like, man, the stories you tell me about the man you used to be, I wouldn't have you alone around my family. But now, like if I needed to, I would have you watch my 3 daughters. He's got a 12-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 2-year-old. Not a 12-year-old, an 8-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 2-year-old. So, like that's awesome, because people definitely change, but they've gone through some stupid stuff in their past. The problem is the traffic slows way down and it's hard to catch up in sales to pay off the $500 returns I just got. Not that not that new. This is my second store open in 2016. $500 returns. What are you selling, my friend? Dang. Yeah, that's tough right there. Yes, you do. I love hearing testimonies. That's why I watch that Delafay Testimonies channel. Hope everyone has a prosperous rest of the week. Keep moving forward. Marcus is now grandma approved. Hey, thank you, grandma. All right, get everybody. Well, I appreciate you guys' support coming and hanging out with me for another hour. Hopefully you guys weren't too unentertained. We didn't really cover a lot of reselling type topics. But I can only work with what you guys give me. So we just had a good old conversation, man. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your weekend or your week, and make this a good next 2 days we got coming up. So yeah, man, that's gonna do it for this one. Catch you guys on the next one.